Okay, do you think we should talk about the Thanksgiving meal?
And how awesome it's going to be?
Oh my God, yes. But I think there's so many, literally every nutrition or fitness person I know is posting right now about it's just one meal or it's not just one meal, it's all these things. And I think we should talk about thinking about the day and how you're going to do it so we don't make it harder than it should be.
Take us away, special guest. See, this is why we bring her on here, is for this type of knowledge.
That was the lamest thing ever. So I feel like we all get so worked about the holidays and holiday meals and how you're going to do it. I, in the past, have been really bad, and I don't eat breakfast, and then dinner comes, and I'm starving, and I take 3 bites, and then I'm done, but then I eat all the dessert.
So the goal is not eat breakfast because you're saving those calories?
I don't know.
I want all the stuffing
but then
in my mouth.
Then you're so hungry that you, aren't hungry. I don't know. I eat breakfast now. I'm going to run a 5K, so I got to eat breakfast.
Yeah.
And drink mimosas.
During the 5K?
Aaron, bring us the champagne. Maybe. Would you judge me if I did
no,
it?
I judge no one. I have zero judgment.
So I think eating breakfast is important just because I think if we skip that meal and depending on how late you're eating lunch,
right. If that's not your typical routine.
Yeah,
right.
If you don't normally skip breakfast, you're a breakfast eater, eat breakfast.
Right. And
see, BG, she's gonna drink mimosas with me. I knew I was gonna find someone.
And enjoy the meals. Eat the things you want to eat.
Okay, so what about the plate? I know. Oh, we did this.
Let's get some protein. Let's get some protein.
Oh, we're gonna start with protein?
Yeah.
Shocker.
Plenty of protein. So first you have to decide, is this just I'm gonna have whatever I want, or do I want to be am I staying? Because I have a few clients that have some big goals that they want to hit by certain deadlines, and they need to be really compliant during this meal because they have goals to hit. And so for them, it's all right, how are we going to manage this meal and still stay on task for the things we want to accomplish?
If you really think about it, Thanksgiving isn't really a terrible meal.
No,
it's got turkey.
Right. Great
it
protein.
Has potatoes.
Yep.
I mean, you're going to have some carbs, it'll be fine. It has a variety of vegetables usually. At least at my house, it has a variety of vegetables.
So the thing I think that happens with most Thanksgivings, especially with the vegetables, is we sauce them up with a bunch of stuff, or it's like sweet potatoes, right? Or yams. Why do we need to candy the yams? Are yams not sweet enough?
Oh, no, they are. They are.
Just in and of themselves? Why do we have to cover them in a marshmallow mess?
I don't know, but I wouldn't eat that, so I wouldn't eat it because I would.
Do you guys not have that?
No, I think it's gross.
Maybe it's
I grew up in a house
thing.
My dad. Oh my gosh, one of my poor aunts. One year she hosted Thanksgiving, and she made mashed potatoes and told my dad he didn't need to worry about it. Well, she didn't peel the potatoes, and they were lumpy. And I just want to let you know, until I was in my 20s, I wouldn't eat potatoes that came out of a box or had a lump in them.
You were a lumpy potato
girl.
No,
they had to be whipped clouds.
Because you had so much of them that you.
I needed them to not be lumpy ever. No, I just wanted them to be. Oh my God, I needed my dad's mashed potatoes. I'll introduce you guys to this one day. Maybe Tom Keel will come and make mashed potatoes for everyone.
As long as we have them with cream peas, we're good.
No, gross. But that's the other thing. Cream peas are that's something we sauce up.
Sure.
What if we just had peas?
They wouldn't be cream then.
But you could.
Peas.
But you could have peas, and then you could have gravy.
You could. That would
and
be
gravy isn't really all that bad.
Depending on how you make it.
It shouldn't be bad though.
I'm not I don't make gravy, so I don't really even know. If you asked me right now how to make gravy, I would go to the store and buy a box of gravy.
Hey Suri, how do you make gravy? Gravy doesn't come in a box.
It comes in a jar. I think you usually just
Okay, I found this on the web.
She's not going to be helpful. My guess is you just add a starch to it, a thickener, until it thickens up a broth.
The stay-at-home chef is telling me.
Oh man, do we have enough time to actually wait for you to?
You use the drippings. And then you can use cornstarch to thicken it.
You just thicken.
Or gluten-free flour.
Sure.
Or flour.
Sure.
Whatever. Chocolate. Ta-da. That's how you make gravy.
Looking at the meal, right? We have protein from our turkey, your chicken, or whatever you decide as your, and that's usually done pretty well. Like it's not sauced up. It doesn't have a bunch of things. It's really just like baked, or it's broiled, or it's smoked, or something like that. So that's solid. Then we're
deep fried turkeys are out now. That's what we're saying.
Have you ever? Like, is that a real deal?
Yeah, that's a real deal. Maybe it's a Southern thing. I did live there for a while. Deep frying your turkey is one of those things that we might say don't do it.
If we look at the obesity rates of the United States, there is this like nice line across the entire South. Deep fried turkeys might be playing into this. I think we found the culprit.
Just deep fried turkeys, not deep fried everything else?
No, just turkeys.
Okay.
There's something special about them. So we've got the protein. We've got the carbohydrates. So that could be your mashed potatoes. It could be your yams.
Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes. Do you know the difference between a sweet potato and a yam?
No. They taste different.
I don't either.
They're both orange.
Actually, I think a sweet potato is not orange, and yams are orange.
Sweet potatoes are orange.
I think that's the difference.
At the grocery store.
Anyone that's watching right now, and you
if
know
you
the difference
know,
between
please
sweet
tell us.
potato
That
and
would be
yams,
helpful.
I would.
But like sweet potato, you could get a white sweet potato. So technically, you could make your white sweet potatoes make them look like white potatoes.
So what's better, sweet potatoes or regular potatoes?
Neither. You wanted a better answer?
No, that's the correct
answer. Whichever one you like more.
I think everyone like knocks white potatoes.
So often,
but then they're like cool with sweet potatoes.
Yeah, but like the nutrient value in them is different. They have a different profile of what vitamins and minerals you're going to get from them. Right. So both are great for you. I mean, here again, they are grown from the ground. And what are the ingredients of a potato? Potato, like you know that. So I would say a potato wins every day over pasta or anything else.
Right. I like that. And the cool thing, we talked about this in a previous episode, but we call it resistant starch. So if you take sweet potatoes, or actually they did it mainly with regular potatoes. So if you take regular potatoes, you cook them, and then you cool them, there's a bunch of resistant starch that forms, and you can't digest resistant starch. It just kind of like passes right through you. So even though you heat it back up, it doesn't like make those starches available as energy again.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting. So if you cool them, and then
even if you reheat them too.
Yeah, you can reheat them, and you keep the resistant starch, and you actually absorb a lot less calories than you would if you were to just cook it and eat it right out of the thing. So
well, also if you're eating the whole potato, like the skin included, you're going to get a lot of other vitamins and minerals too, along with fiber, which is going to help with the absorption.
Yeah. So. All right. So really, where most people, and I would say this is where I get into trouble.
Is the dessert table? Ends. The dinner has ended.
And then all of these desserts end up in my mouth.
Yeah, but like...
And then in my tummy. And
so
then
like
Trevor doesn't feel very good. So here's the other crazy thing. I know right now that I'm going to feel awful. Absolutely awful. And that does not deter me at all from doing all the desserts.
But we've talked about this before, like how I'll eat an entire package of Oreos and I know that I will feel awful, but I'll do it anyways.
Why?
I don't know. But I'm asking you. I'm asking you why.
I don't know why. It's kind of like, it's the short term versus long term, right? Like in the moment, it tastes really good. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It tastes really good. And so we prioritize it tasting good over me feeling crappy later.
But like it only tastes good for a little bit of time, and then you feel crappy for so long.
Why are drugs so popular?
Because they make you feel so good when you're doing them.
100%.
And then you just do them again. But you're not going to eat like that again. Maybe that's why.
But here's the crazy thing. Like I think this is the power to sugar. Like I know when I have a period of time where I just have more sugar, maybe I'm doing some more ice cream. Maybe I had a few outings where like I get dessert. Like I want sugar more than if I abstain from sugar for a long period of time.
Well, it's lighting up that pleasure center in your brain, and once you light it up, your brain's like, light me up again, light me up again.
My brain is
for
on fire.
Real, it does. Like, it does, and that's why like sometimes abstaining from it and just not having it is the best way to go, especially for long term.
Yeah, so I think
and not like never ever, but like
sometimes you need that. Like
maybe
sometimes
between
you need that break.
Thanksgiving and Christmas, you don't have any sugar.
But what happens is Thanksgiving bleeds into Christmas, and so you have just like you have things around all the time, and so you keep like hitting that pleasure center.
But that's why we're huge on like I'm extra harsh around Christmas time and keeping stuff in my house. So like in the summer maybe some extra ice cream sneaks in and I have it there, but like during this time when I know I can go anywhere, I can show up at someone's house and someone's going to try and feed me cookies. Like, I know I'm not keeping any extra ice cream in my freezer because I could walk out the door and get cookies.
Because they're happening everywhere else. Yeah.
So control your environment is like going to be huge.
Yeah, because again, we always go back to like what are the principles, what are the things that are most important, and those are the things that we do every day. And so like I would rather spend my energy optimizing that and really focusing on that rather than trying to like figure out like how many grams of potatoes I should have at Thanksgiving.
I am going to put potatoes on my plate and I'm going to eat them. And
Right.
God, ooh, counting your macros on Thanksgiving sounds like the saddest day of your life.
Right.
Like, okay, let's, on a happy note, let's talk about like our favorite Thanksgiving desserts. Like Trevor's going to feel crappy because he's going to eat all the things. I need to know what are the desserts that you are like, this is what I'm eating.
So my family does 7-layer bars. Have you
Okay.
ever had a 7-layer
No, I
bar?
don't even know. It
There's
probably has peanut butter
there's
and chocolate in
7
it.
layers of awesome.
Okay, so what
that
are the
all
7 layers?
stacked
Tell
up.
me.
I have no idea.
Are you
But
gonna?
they're
Will you bring me
good.
one?
Yes, if there's any left. They're usually pretty popular.
Okay.
So I will do those. Will definitely be there. Grandma always like surprises us with like random stuff, which is always exciting. There will be pie, of course. I love me some pie.
What kind of pie?
There will be pumpkin. I'm a big fan of pumpkin pie.
Okay.
There will probably be apple pie as well, and also good things. And there will be like whipped cream and sorts on the pie.
Thank you.
Thank you. But yeah, ours is like kind of pie and bars.
Okay.
And then so what'll happen is there will be lots of dessert, and then there will be a lull right after dessert, like boo. But then coffee happens.
Oh, and
through
then
that
you do
time,
another dessert.
And then we're up. Yep, and there's probably a few more desserts, and then it's couch for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My body has to like process this like onslaught
Maybe
of sugar molecules.
maybe we're doing the 5K run at the wrong time of day.
No, that's so it's perfect. So one of the things, like whenever we're gonna have like a lot of sugars, a lot of carbohydrates, that kind of stuff, working out first thing in the day.
It is, 'cause you're gonna be
increases
burning,
your insulin sensitivity,
which
which
means
allows you to handle your glucose or handles
better.
this like influx of glucose much better.
So working
because
out
it
is
has
good.
something-
But also,
working out is
after you
great.
eat all that food, going out for an afternoon
Walk is
movement
great.
is going to be,
But like,
I know, it's not
let's
going
be
to
honest,
change
like,
anything.
who does it?
I-
Like we can
I
say
won't
all
lie.
this stuff,
I
but
d-
like who does it?
my-
Like, I'm gonna go on the couch. I'm gonna take a nap,
We do. My family does.
which is great. If you can
For
get
real.
people, if you
We-
can get people to go for a
We
walk,
run 5Ks in the morning and we go for walks after dinner.
Awesome.
But we drink a lot of mimosas in the meantime.
activity is phenomenal. Is great.
So, you ready for this? I don't even know what desserts there will be at Thanksgiving because we normally do Thanksgiving with my family. And my family has birthday cakes because my cousin, her birthday is November 26th. Happy birthday, Tracy. She is 29. Yeah, she's almost 30. Sorry. But anyways, we always have birthday cake, and usually my grandma makes it. And my grandma will not be making birthday cake this year, which one is really sad, but I won't be there to have birthday cake. And usually we have birthday cake, and my Aunt Nora makes these awesome cookies that I won't be eating
you should bring birthday cake to
to Joyce's house. For,
yes, and just people will be like, "Why did you bring birthday cake?" And you don't even say anything. Just like put the birthday cake there and walk away.
I don't have to bring anything tomorrow, but maybe I'll make birthday cake. Trevor says I'll make birthday cake. I'll make birthday cake.
I like it. All right, so I don't think anything that we just talked about with Thanksgiving was helpful, but maybe it was.
I don't know. I think it was fun.
Yeah, it is entertaining, and I think a lot of people get too bent out of shape.
And I think that's what you need to decide. If you're bent out of shape, make a plan.
Yeah.
And if you are overwhelmed by the idea of having a plan, just go in and enjoy your day, and then the next day don't come home from Thanksgiving dinner with all the freaking bars that are left over and bring them into your house, and then
you're
just move
probably
on.
good. And like, this doesn't work well for me, but is a good strategy. Is like ultimately like slowing down, eating slowly, paying attention to your food.
But if your
paying
ultimate
attention
goal
to
is to eat as much as you can,
right, not a
shovel
good-
as much as
not-
you can
not
in
a
20
good-
minutes.
Not a good strategy.
But if
right?
you're trying to gain weight, 20 minutes.
What's the goal? Is the goal to maximize food intake, yes, then eat as fast as humanly possible. If the goal is not to maximize food intake, then slow down, conversate, put your fork down.
And find the person that eats the slowest generally and just keep their pace.
Beat them.
No.
Beat them by being slower.
Yeah.
Not
That's
faster.
better. Not faster.